Hello. Hi, everyone. How's it going? So we've already done a playthrough a bit of a while ago now. It's like 3 months ago, 4 months ago. We did it in September. And so this is, it's a bit strange. It's not really a campaign, but it's a persistent world. So we are characters in this. There is ways of dropping in and out of characters and all of that. But we played these characters for a session. We did quests. We went on an adventure. Things have been changed in the world. Maybe not massively in just one game, but things have changed. At least one location is a different card than how it started because of something that we did. Things are rumbling with perhaps a resistance that we can go down to Arhin and investigate. So yeah, things in the card tray are different. Our characters have items and things that persist from adventures that we had. So yeah, things are carrying over, but it's not a strict, like, it's hard to know what to call it. It's not really chapter 2 or episode 2. It's game 2 really, but yeah, not in the sense that like our game 2 can look completely different to someone else's, because it's just based on what we did in the first game. It's a bit freewheeling, free roaming like that. Hey Matt, how's it going? So yeah, we are in the same situation we were in at the very end of episode 1, basically. So Rach has finished. Rach has got no quests. She's finished all of her quests.
I am
but
helping someone.
Yeah, she does have a friend. That if you've got a friend still at the end of an episode, a game, then they will come with you into the second game, and their timer gets reset, so you get a bit more time with them. So a nice little trick if you can do it. I have still got kind of the third episode of my starting quest. So I'm still doing that, but I think I did a bit of a side quest doing some things with this resistance. So I can go down to Arhin and go and meet up with the Resistance HQ. I think they're rebelling against the rich folk over there. Side quests. There are 3 quests on the notice board. You can see these purple tokens. Tells where you go. If you're in there, you can pick up a side quest. And we can see a bit of information about them if we want to go over there. So my main quest wants me to be in Yesten. I would like to know what's going on with this resistance down here, but I think let's finish off my main quest. I'm going to choose to start in Yesten, which is what you can do at the start of a game. So I'm going to start off in that city. Rach, do you know where you're starting off?
I'm going to start in Arhin because Kazim has got a little master plan there.
Okay. So I think that's it. There's no kind of big story to start us off. There's no like character introductions and all of that things. No, the app is basically try and get everything on screen at the same time.
So it is May.
Yeah, so one thing that's changed as well is game 1 was April. So this is May. It is, it's random which month you started in. So we started in April. We had our adventures there. We are now in May. And because this is a 2-player cooperative game, we have got 7 days, 7 rounds. And we're going to do what we can in that time. Try and get the most prestige possible by having lovely adventures and stuff. You can support the channel in ways like Patreon and Ko-fi. Thank you to everyone that can and does. And there's links for those in the description as well. It's how I can do things, basically. And Lands of Galzyr is out as well. I think it came out to proper retail in England this week, or it's about to next week. It's definitely been on a release sheet. So yeah, it's hopefully it's that way in the rest of the world as well. There's a playmat for the board. It's very tempting to get hold of. Right, so we decide as well, I think, who starts off. So Rach, do you want to start us off? Hey Ryan, it's soggy in California. I think it's pretty soggy over here. It's pretty windy here. I was trying to spray paint something earlier and it was a nightmare. I had to give up because it was just getting everywhere but where I wanted it to. Rach, do you want to start us off?
Sure. I mean, I do have the starting player.
You've got
token.
The little... I need to remember which button's which. Oh yeah, the button that makes it all fuzzy. My green screen isn't quite working the way that I would like it to. I'm tempted to just... because I've had to move the camera at the last second because a monitor had to come in the way. I might just turn the green screen effect off, and we're just gonna have to have the camera cut in when we want to zoom in on a card. So this is Rach's friend, the clumsy master of stealth. So helps her out when she's doing particular skill checks, but has got a quest, has got something that they want to do, something that I can help out, can't I? That's the handshake part of it. We could both come down and do this. Maybe I want to start there then. I do want to do my main quest, But I want to do the resistance thing as well. I did trigger that. I'm quite excited by it. I'm actually going to take back. I'm going to start in Arhin as well. Because then while I'm here, I can help Rach with her rolls. And we might both get rewards if we manage to do stuff. So what we learned last time, that I think Rach went off and did something on her own. But if we'd both done it, like she did it anyway, she didn't need my help. But if we had both done it, we would have both gotten prestige for it. So in a cooperative game anyway, you benefit from cooperating. Surprising that, isn't it? So yeah, we can see on Rach's follower there, number 186 is where we want to go in the storybook. And I'm going to have to drag down with the mouse because there's no room for a keyboard on this table right now. And I think we're going to have some...
So I can't travel after?
No, so on your structure of a turn is movement. You can move up to 2 spaces and then have an adventure where you are. If you're in a city, you've got loads of printed options. You might have a quest that involves being in that place, but there's also all of these spots or spaces, and there are random events that you can have over there as well. So you're doing your followers thing, aren't you, Rach?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we're in here for. So I think you can see that screen, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to zoom in this screen, but just let us know if Rach is loud enough. I think she is. I think she's in the yellow. So here we go. Number 186. This is Kesim's master plan.
Kesim takes you to one of Arhin's alleyways. There, a stinking, malnourished, wet, snaggle-toothed Burmese cat is asleep. Kesim introduces him as his genius partner, Rascal. You start to have doubts about this venture. Kesim wakes the vagrant and asks him to explain the plan. Git gat gas living me pass over. There are things that you want to think can be good, but rarely good. I wasn't prepared for that. You didn't catch that. Kesim shows you round the corner to a mansion adjoined by a greenhouse. We've scoped out this apothecary's house for months. It holds items that have secret value. We've found 2 ways in. So we can choose head to the mansion or head to the glass greenhouse.
What are you thinking?
I think go to the greenhouse.
The greenhouse?
Yeah, go to the greenhouse.
This is all, the game doesn't come with like a traditional storybook. It's all, you need an app or a website. You can download the book as well. You don't like have to be connected to the internet, and if everything should disappear, you'll still have your downloaded version, but you do need a device to play it.
You want to enter through the glass house. Rascal smiles through broken teeth. Gunning thinking. Kesim agrees with his co-conspirator. Going to the glass structure adjoining the mansion, Rascal taps on a pane. Cracky looking glass goes down per easy, but up, get me a new any in. Knowing you can't digest it, Kesim tells you it'd be easy to cut through the glass, or to climb up on the 2nd floor to the window.
Do you have a toxic tag? So you've got all of your cards and things, you've got your followers, you've got your items and all of that. They've got little blue tags on them. So the storybook was asking Rach, has she got a toxic tag? And no is the answer. Okay. A lot of fuss for that, wasn't it? Do you have a toxic tag? No. So you can choose to cut a hole in the glass that's going to require a medium thievery check, or climb to the roof that's going to be a hard survival check. And if we go over to Rach's skills over there, Rach hasn't got skills in either of those things, but what's important in Lands of Galzyr is you basically get generic dice to roll, but if you have skills, you can roll those coloured dice that make that skill appear much more frequently. They also make the adjacent skill appear a bit as well. So having adjacent skills is decent too, because you always roll the same number of dice, don't you? Yeah, and you just make up the numbers, don't you? Five base skill dice, and you replace basic dice with the specific dice.
I'll either cut a hole in the glass, which is the thievery, because then I get a dark blue eyeballs dice.
Yeah.
But also, I've got Kesim here. Before I do a thievery skill check, I get to roll the other dice.
The 12-sided dice. Okay. So there's an ability on him.
5. Get 3 successes.
Oh, wow. That's good.
That's what that means, isn't it?
It's gotten you 3 successes. Well, I don't think you need any in your actual check then. I think it's 2... if you'd have got a 1 to 3, that's cancel out 2 successes.
That's a good job, really, because I didn't roll a single.
Yeah, he would have given you 2 failures otherwise. You do get 1 free reroll with all of your tests, so you might as well take it. But I don't think for a medium test, I think 3's plenty. And you've also got other stuff like, I don't know if you've got anything else that would help you with a cut thing. It's a bit of an unusual one. I don't think you've got anything that says cut on it.
No.
So what did you need? The hands? You've still got nothing. But Kessim gave you 3 successes. So going back over to the storybook, cut a hole in the glass. And Rach got 3. So the middle outcome.
Rascal plays lookout and shield your body from passing eyes. You settle on which pane of glass you want to breach and set to work on it with Kessim's help. Carefully, but not the fastest, you two cut a circle out of the glass pane. You reach in through the hole and unlatch the inside lock to the greenhouse's outer door. Kessim wrings his paw greedily. We're in! Rascal messily licks his chops. Gonna be a good one. Your band of thieves slip inside. Rising 3 stories up, exotic flora from every corner of the globe must be kept in here. The sights and smells are enough to give you pause. Kessim's master plan is enacted, as he and Rascal fill sacks with whatever they can. Garden tools, potted plants, soil and fertiliser. You hear voices from the mansion, drawing closer, about to happen upon you and your thieving conspirators. Precious few seconds are left to you to decide what you'll do now. So there's 3 options. If I choose to recall, if I've got a scent tag, each one gives me a success. I don't have a scent tag, so that's not going to help me. So I can recall my plant knowledge, which is a hard books, but I have got 2 points on books. What's that, knowledge?
Knowledge, yeah.
And also I get a success from my travel guide on a recall automatically and get an extra reroll on 1 dice. I also get a reroll here of 3 dice.
Yeah, and you're no good at might at all, are you?
So
Fighting.
recall's a good choice, really.
Yeah. So hard knowledge test.
So 2.
You've got a lot of rerolls in there, haven't you?
2 of these.
Yeah. And then
And a
light
blue.
blue. And then 2 generics.
So I've got 1 book. 2
Okay.
book.
So you can have a straight reroll, but I think you have to reroll everything in your normal
Oh,
reroll.
that's a good success on the blue dice, because I think I can only get 1 book maximum.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll do my flute, which lets me re-roll up to 3 dice on a recall.
Oh, you can use my my skill markers as if they were yours and my tags as if they were yours. Remember, this is a handshake thing.
So I shouldn't have these 2 black, I should have 2 yellow.
Yeah, you can have 2 yellow as well. Yeah,
Let me
that's the
roll.
benefit of cooperating. Rach can use all of my tags. I don't have any scent
I mean, I still
tags or...
I still didn't roll a book.
No.
So what I'm going to do is re-roll up to 3. So I'll re-roll the 2 green dice. And even still on my green dice, I didn't roll a single book.
Okay. Have you got anything else left?
So at the minute I've got 2 successes. I mean,
Yeah.
I've got re-roll up to 1.
You have got your determined card as well.
Maybe I'll just re-roll everything.
Like, yeah, you'll base... Everyone just gets a normal reroll. But I think, yeah, it's got to be all of the dice. In for all of it. So that's better.
Right, 3. And then I've still got... Get 1 success and re-roll up to a 1 dice.
Yeah, so green's the best to
So I'll
reroll.
re-roll this one. No.
Nope, that's still...
Bad rolls today.
That's still
everybody.
4, isn't it?
4 success.
4 successes on a hard check is the middle
Just check.
result.
You recall that Alstrostomira is an irritant to the skin. With a garden this elaborate, you must be able to find some here. A gold dust day gecko enters into the garden and gasps, "Why are you robbing my greenhouse?" He calls for his servants to stop you, which summons a tree frog and a Taraco. You spot a massive Alstromeria nearby. You move to it and wrestle with the staffers, rubbing as much of the plant on them as possible. They give up fighting to madly itching themselves and each other. "You need indistis," Rascal claims as he tosses you an item from the nearby shelf. "Tim to get gunning in." You flee the property with the robbers. Kessim pants his thanks for helping them pull off the heist. You earn 1 prestige. And you
So,
get 1 as well.
Rach gets 1, and I get 1 for helping, even though I didn't provide anything.
Return Kessim to the library. Goodbye, Kessim. And give 246 from the library to the adventurer.
Okay, so Rach is getting some new cards, do some new things with. And end of scene is the last bit on the page.
So Cassim's gone. He just goes back to his normal number, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I'll pull that back in a minute. But I've got a bouquet. So this is what was thrown to me.
There it is. So it's an aroma tag. And in a convince test, it can do something extra. But the flowers aren't going to last forever. So basically, you could swap the tag you just had with this one. It's the same distance. Because he was only going to stay with you for 5 times as well.
I get 1 star in the convince test for each day left in the timer box. So they'll basically, as they die, they become less convincing.
Yeah. Right then. So I'm in Arhin. I'm going to do this Resistance HQ story, which isn't a cooperative one, unfortunately. So this is just me. So that's 138 I need to find. There it is. Arhin's library is plastered in red flags and propaganda flyers speaking of the new reign's good intentions or slander against older ruling family ideas. You recognise a rooster out on the front step as Yearnin Yarn. Oh yeah, I remember him. I didn't know how to pronounce his name, did I? One of the figureheads of the new revolution. You ask him how things are going with the regime change. Our new government holds much promise, but is plagued with problems. Lots of civil unrest, but we have volunteer patrols trying to keep the peace, and the meetings between the new civic leaders is a hassle, so we need record keepers and mediators. Sounds like the leaders have their work cut out for them. You could help out, or enjoy some books, which the library still has. So I could take part in the meeting. I'm a little bit good at fighting. I'm good at fighting, survival, a bit of thievery. So you take part in the meeting. I don't know how good I'm going to be at, like, persuasion or anything like that. Record keepers and mediators. I could mediate. Take part in the meeting. Yeah, I'm a neutral participant. I could do that. Let's take part in the meeting. By the looks of things, the battle for the city didn't take place out in its streets, but rather happened here. The library is a sore mess, neglected as the members of the new government vocally brawl one another. Everyone is trying to divide up old power and fatten themselves with it. The greater good of the cause isn't present in anyone's selfish arguments. The miffed rooster turns to you. We're in dire need of sorting this out here before it comes undone. Do you have a populist tag? No. No, I do not. So I can recall Arhin's history, which is an easy knowledge check. Recall, I have nothing to help me with that. I would have a bit of help on my dice. An adjacent skill, not ideal, but it's decent.
Well,
it's only an easy test.
I have 2 greens.
But you can't help me in this one.
Why?
Because this...
Oh, it hasn't got a handshake.
This thing here. So if I'd gone to the market, we could have helped each other there. There's a little handshake thing where you can have help. So I could just keep notes. Let's get involved though. I can surely do an easy check. I've got my determined, which I can discard to get a success if I really want to. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll recall Arhin's history. An easy knowledge check. So I have 2 yellow that I can contribute. Have you got some dice, Rach? Oh, there's the other one. So 2 yellow, and then the rest are just going to be black. Easy, only needs a couple of successes, doesn't it, to get the best thing? Okay, I've only got 1. I might just use my reroll on that. Reroll the whole thing. Well, that's better already, isn't it? 3 seems okay. I don't feel like I need to discard my determined to get a success on that. Nothing else will help me, I don't think. So let's see what 3 successes is going to mean. Ooh, the best one. You recall the likes of Yen Yen the Squabbling and Gorge the Greedy Gull. Past Gemsed installed nobles of Arhin who abused the city until its citizens rose in revolt and deposed them. You interrupt the dialogue and apprise the civic leaders here that they are shaping up to be rotten rulers like them and may share their fate. With shame and self-preservation on the mind, the leaders now work towards a better future for the city. They aren't the only ones motivated by your words. You're feeling determined to bring about a better you and do the best that you can. Making to head out a short-beaked echidna. Civil leader slips you a note. I have a friend who needs the help of someone like you. And Rach is just grabbing me some cards. can look at the
Aww,
short
he's
beat
cute.
echidna while we wait. What they call
you can't
sharing?
have 62 because you've already got 62.
Have I? Oh, it's determined. Oh, so I would become determined.
Can you get 2 of the same card?
I don't think so.
You can have another one.
I don't think so. I think I'm already determined. You can have a look at the greedy goal. So, yeah, what have I gained? A quest, earned extortion. The Ekikars, leaders of the administration district in Rienstum, have grown corrupt. My family would be a much fairer candidate for their ruling position. Meet our private investigator, Zeph, south of Rienstum. He has a solid lead to prove Ekikar's corruption. Kolvan Felasov, the marbled polecat family head. Okay, so 1 space south of Rienstum. That's not far away, is it? That's
quite lucky.
That's achievable in 1 turn. We could both do that. That is a cooperative thing. I feel like that's where... Sorry about my main quest. My family's history. My family's secrets. But we'll get to that, I think. Could have been famous last words. But thankfully, I remembered my history better than them leaders did. So that's it. That's it for turn 1. So we advance the day, which also... So end of scene. Got to remember to do it in the app as well. Drag it across.
Did we start on Wednesday or did we start on Tuesday?
We started on Wednesday. That's why the marker was there. And this marker's 7 days in the future. No, started on Wednesday. So, yeah, Rach.
Well, what's moving do? Just how many can we move to?
You can move 2 spaces.
And then what are these for?
What
type of event?
Yeah, you will draw a random card and it will tell you. Like it might say something else.
So what
but
we're saying, we're going to Rienstum.
we could do. That's where I'm going to go.
Okay, well I'll leave here anyway and go that way.
So we need to draw an event card, and so this is asking us. You do it in a kind of priority list. First of all, is it Thursday? Yes. So ignore the rest of it.
It is Thursday.
We're going to 193 and having some story.
Howling has been ringing through the air all day. Constant and agonised no matter where you go, the sound seems to be following you. As you're about to leave the area, a sloth bear springs from the shadows, blocking your path. No picture. Shaking, drooling, chittering and cackling, the sloth bear throws his head back and lets loose a tormented howl. You ask him what is wrong, and in response he fixes you with an unhinged look, his eyes filled with strange fire. I am no longer animal folk. I'm turning into a monster. Oh boy. I can't control myself. I must destroy everything I see. The unhinged mammal menacingly advances on you, obstructing the path you intended to take. Do you have the stunned tag? No.
I don't think you're stunned. No.
Ooh.
Rationalise with him a hard knowledge test, fight him off a medium might test, or just take a different route. You're pretty good at knowledge things, aren't you?
I am, but we know how my last roll went. I'm going to do it because I've got determined.
Yeah.
And I get...
Have you got anything that helps you with rationalise?
No.
You are determined though, which you can always discard to get a success. So what have you got for knowledge?
That's literally what I just said.
You've got your 2 greens and your light blue, and then 2 black.
I mean, could I be any more unlucky today?
You've got 1.
Yeah, but I need to re-roll
It's a hard test. Yeah. But you might as well, because green is... You can get the doubles on green, can't you?
Rolls, don't fail me now.
There you go, that's a lot better. So you've got 3. I don't think you've got anything normal that helps you re-roll stuff, have you? You've got your...
No, it's hard. Do I want to get rid of me determined?
You don't quite know how many successes you're going to need.
To get the best. I'm going to use determined because a lot of things give us determined back.
Yeah.
I think we missed out a few times last time.
Okay, so you've got 4 successes.
If I discard this, does it just go back in the normal?
Just goes back into that number.
I'll do it in a minute.
So 4.
4.
That is the same as 3, unfortunately.
Oh, that's unfortunate. You point out to him that he's not a monster, but rather just a sloth bear. Your words are meaningless, he howls. You can only see what I was, not what I've become. You blink and confirm that your eyes are working just fine. His fervour and conviction to the role lessen, but it is uncertain if he fully transforms into a terrible monster at any moment. You tell him you can wait for him to transform. After standing for a while and seeing him only fidget and bounce about, he realises he is not going to transform. Oh, you are right. Oh my, it was all just in my head. I am so sorry to have troubled you. He thanks you and runs off, embarrassed beyond belief. You just shake your head and leave. You earn 1 prestige.
Okay, so that event card has got no chance of coming out again. That's going back into the library. But a new one's getting shuffled into the event deck. And Rach gets another prestige. And that's Rach's turn.
Sorry.
So I'm going to move onto that space as well, because that's where I want to be for my earned extortion space, which is number 285.
What's this over here? Oh, yeah, that's what happens when the tag goes there. I was thinking, oh, let's do that. Can't, can we?
Yeah, that's just triggers the end of the game. Arriving at the small village, it doesn't take you long to run into Zeph. From the meek, secretive villagers, the capybara, sleuth, stands out like a sore thumb. The capybara rakes his jowls with a rapid flurry of paw swipes. The ekikars have been covering their tracks well, but not well enough. You ask him what he has on the influential family of polecats. Polecats? Hey, that's me. I'm a marbled polecat. I've learned that several of them meet with a criminal in these parts by the name of Teobrand, but I have no idea where they're at. Folks in the area refuse to say anything. They're too scared to talk to me about any crooks. Giving a pout, he admits that he needs help locating this elusive crime boss, and that is where you come in. Do you have an elite tag? Elite. No. Unlucky with the tags so far. So I can either recall criminal gossip, hard knowledge, or I can explore the area, medium survival. I'm very good at survival. If I recall streetwise tags give me successes. I don't have any. So recall, I've got nothing that helps me recall.
I can help because I'm...
Oh yeah, it's a handshake thing, isn't it?
So you'd get 2 green and then your 2 yellow. Oh no, yeah.
Yeah,
how that would work.
I'd get 2 green.
Or if you did I suppose medium survival, you would still get your 2 yellow, my 2 green, but a red. Orange.
Well, I'd get a blue as well, wouldn't I? Because, like... I would, if I was to do a survival... Oh, I'm thinking survival. Yeah. If I was to do books, I would get 2 green from Rach, and Rach has also got
you also
a blue.
Get my blue.
Yeah, I can use any of your skills. You can't go past the maximum 2 dice of a skill. So if you both had 2 in a skill, you still only get 2 dice for it. But yeah, I can use any of your stuff as if you were doing it. And you've got skills that help with recall, haven't you?
So you can use my skills as well?
Yeah, like you
okay.
can... So it's just as if you're doing it as well. Like, you can resolve scenes that have a handshake icon with a partner. Doing so can make you more likely to succeed, but your partner will also receive rewards if you do.
Oh, you can use my tags as well.
Yeah, I can use skill marked items, companions, statuses, gold, and tags. But you're just limited to 2. You can also trade golden items with your partner at any time during the scene. Are you elite?
No,
You're not.
I already checked just in case it did count. And I checked streetwise.
So... that's a pretty good dice pool, and we've got a few rerolls in it all. It is a hard check, but I think that's pretty good. I haven't got anything that helps with recall, though. I've got determined, which could just give me a success no matter what. Just cross our fingers. What did I want? Books. Yeah. Well, that's pretty good, so I don't think we'll go with the reroll everything option.
Don't forget, I can give you a star
and
reroll up to 1
So
dice.
I could do the flutes reroll up to 3, so I'll reroll these 2. There's another book. And then the travel guides get a success and reroll up to 1. Unfortunately, not that one, but that is 2, 4, 6, 7 successes.
Sure, definitely. Way enough.
All we needed was 4.
See, my hard one was 5.
You know all kinds of stories about the infamous Teobrand. She has a hideout by a dirt trail. There is even a nearby abandoned well that she hides her extra thievery tools in. Relaying this information to Zeph, he mulls it over. There is a nearby dirt path with a decommissioned well by it. He takes you to the well where you do indeed find burglary tools. You could take them if you wanted to. Then, snooping around from there, you find the hideout nearby. You may swap one of your skill marks for a thievery skill mark. So, another thing with kind of... There's not leveling and getting more skills in that way. You will always have this number of skill marks. It's just up to you how they spread out. So I could choose to be less good at fighting. I'm tempted to that, you know.
I'd be more good at thieves.
Yeah. Can you pass me a large pinky purpley?
Purple.
So they just slot into your lovely player board. So there we go. Swap one of your skill marks for a thievery skill mark. Done. At the hideout's entrance, the capybara raps on the door twice. A slider is pulled back and a pair of eyes size you up. Password? You give the sleuth a shrug and offer the first word that comes to mind. Zeph repeats it to the doorminder, who scoffs. Get lost. The slot is then shut on you. Zeph takes off his hat and scratches his head. This is a real rut we've got ourselves into. He asks if there are any ideas you have that could get you into the hideout. Do I have an underworld tag? No. Have you got one, Rach? No. Nope. We can unlock the door medium thievery or force the door open medium
really convenient.
things. Well, yeah, I've just upgraded my thievery.
And you can have a dark blue eyeball from me.
Medium thievery. Yeah, the eyeball is adjacent and Rachel's got one, so I can have that. So there's our dice pool. Unlock. Have I got anything that helps unlock? I have, actually. Get a success. If the total successes is 4 or less, I lose adventurous, though.
Oh, I've got that as well.
So we both get, like... Is it an option to use things, or would we just get 2 extra successes? I suppose with 2 extra successes...
Because that's the same as when you use determined.
Yeah, you may to choose... Oh, your partner may choose to give you access to any status. That's a status, isn't it? But I imagine... Well, we'll see how much we get. Mine has to be committed no matter what, doesn't it? So I want thievery symbols, and that is a pretty good shout. So I think I haven't got anything else that lets me re-roll, apart from the standard re-roll everything. So I think I should stick with 4. 5 from my adventurous, and I might as well have access to yours. Because we don't... Yeah, we already know. You only lose them at 4 or less. Oh, make this come back up on the screen. Reveal outcomes. Oh! If any gunpowder items were used, all thieveries count as guns instead. No. We didn't. We used statuses. We didn't even use any items. So the maximum was 4 anyway. You unlock the door softly and tiptoe in. The doorminder didn't hear you, so Zeph easily knocks him out from behind. You have entered in so smoothly, you catch the guinea pig. There's an armed guinea pig for you. Tailbrand off guard and corner her. That was so radical. You can't wait to slide through another dangerous situation like that again. So we both get 63, which is adventurous, which we already have. So if we had lost it, we would gain it again. But we probably wouldn't, because we wouldn't have had 4 successes. We want to know what the Ekikars have been paying you for, the capybara requests. The guinea pig takes a moment to consider. They pay me to take their industrial wastes and dump them somewhere secret, so they don't have to pay the high prices to get them properly disposed of. You leave the hideout and Zeph laughs. We have our smoking gun. The Ekikars are going down. You did good, kid. You earn 2 prestige, and this goes back to the vault. What's this symbol at the bottom? This little symbol, is that for when we're saving or something? Oh, there are 2 adventurers in an expansion.
Do it by the end of this.
Yeah, maybe it's like... Yeah, if you didn't do it in time, it just goes...
In the vault. Don't know. It's like a little sad crying face.
No, I'm not actually sure what the little crying face on the card is. It's not in the iconography. Oh, if we abandon it. So yeah, you can abandon quests to make room for other quests, because you can only have so many, can't you? So that's done. We get 2 prestige each. That's pretty big. But we don't get part 2. End of scene. Oh, how do we continue with that then?
Maybe we'll find out later. There isn't like an errata or anything, is there?
I don't think so, because with Galzyr, Maybe it's something that can come up through a side quest or something. With Galzyr, the convenience of having the digital storybook is, if there's a mistake, if something needs changing, you can just do it. You can just update it. Right. So that's me then, isn't it? We need to move on to Friday. And Rach, what are you up to? I'm probably going to head to Yesten. We can only move 2 spaces. But I'm probably going to head towards there to try and do my quest in the future.
I'm going there because there's a quest there.
Yeah, there are quests in
Everything
Yesten.
else seems really far away now.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go 1 into the ranged and then I'm just going to go straight out.
Well, there are things to be done in Reinstrom as well. But
Well,
yeah, you can carry on.
I'm
well,
going to try and pick up a quest.
what does the quest say?
I've lost something very dear and close to me. Assistance in reacquiring it. Kindly requested. From Farm, the Alpine Marmot.
Well, there we go.
So I'm going to go and meet him, I think.
Hey, Roland. How's it going? So, a random event then. It is Friday. What space are you on, Rach? Are you on grassland?
Grassland with a anchor.
Okay, it hasn't asked us about the anchor. All of these say 310 though.
Oh, okay, so doesn't matter then, does it? Maybe it'll matter when
I think
you get there.
maybe this is one that we've grabbed out for something. What a picturesque day it has. Oh, right, this is your thing, isn't it? And it's not on screen. Come on, clear off.
What a picturesque day it has been. No worries under the sun. That piece is broken by a bizarre scene of 2 unconscious folk on the side of the road. A lynx and a polecat. In strange poses, both are covered in marks of aggression. Should you wake them up and ask for an explanation of the prior events? Do you have an aroma tag? Yes, I do,
you
because
just got the flowers.
I've got a beautiful bouquet of flowers, which is half dead, but it still has an aroma.
Oh, thanks so much, Mike. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying.
Thanks, Mike.
Oh. You have a strong scent with you, something that is sure to wake anyone up, no matter how deep of a sleep they are in. So this
I'm going to wake
looks
them
like
up both
a special
with
option.
a potent smell.
So if you didn't have the flowers, maybe you could only have done one of them. Wake them both.
When you let out a mighty scent, both the lynx and the polecat bounce right up as if woken from the death. Both moan about their injuries. The whining lasts only mere moments and is broken when the lynx launches an unprovoked attack on the polecat, clearly trying to snatch her backpack. The scuffle soon turns into an all-out battle. Your words mean nothing to them. You have to pick a side.
Uh-oh.
Well, this is toughy.
I don't think you've got anything to go on here.
So, like, has the polecat stolen a backpack? Or is the lynx trying to steal it from the polecat? I think I'm going to make an assumption that the polecat has already snatched the backpack and the lynx is trying to get it back.
You can help the lynx.
I will help the lynx. Siding with the lynx, together you overpower the polecat and restrain him with a rope. Oh, it's gone a bit extreme. Sitting on the ground, he pleads, "You don't know what you're doing. Lanisha is a betrayer. She's siding with the enemy, and she's..." His talking stops with another punch from the lynx, shifting the poor polecat back to dreamland. Uh-oh. The lynx thanks you for assisting her. My subordinate, Mundor, doesn't understand what's at stake. She grabs a pile of papers from the polecat's backpack and introduces herself as Lanisha. Gemsed has crafted these attack plans in secrecy. I hope to prevent a war by delivering these to Reinstrom. She hands you something from the backpack as well. As thanks for your services. Now I must go. What did you just witness? So you earn 1 prestige. And I get card number 41, which is some dumbbells.
Okay, we'll help with some training things and in might skill checks. But I think, can't you only have 3 items? I'll check that while you're getting the other
I've got 3
cards.
item packs.
I think you gotta chuck something away.
I don't have to have it though, do I?
No. Yeah, you gotta discard down to 3. Before discarding them, you can still use any effects that can be used at any time. During your turn, you can freely discard any items from your inventory, even if you've got room for them all.
So I would have to replace it. I mean, if I had a choice between battle and something else, I wouldn't choose battle because I haven't got any items, so I don't think I'm going to keep that.
Okay.
Do I sell it or do I just have to get rid of it?
You just throw it away.
It.
Thanks, Monica. Have a good dinner.
Card 184. So we've got a new global.
Oh, a global thing.
So if you visit the camp in Rhinestone, is that where that is? No.
Rhynian patrol.
Oh.
Gemsed's rule over Chabar has slowly angered Rienstum. Now a troop of Rhynian soldiers has been spotted camping west of town. Place to Shabhar.
So have we got a token or something that needs to go out?
What does that mean? Place to...
I'm assuming it means next to Chapar.
Yeah. So that's like an extra option that you would have.
Is there not
there,
like an
maybe.
item or something? You know, like a token?
No.
That would go there, a bit like these tokens.
Well, there's all the pairs of tokens. Are you saying that's what you're supposed to do?
I don't know.
There's a local status card.
Does it go to settle?
It might say, yeah, local status cards.
Keep the top left corner of the card pointed to the space. That's just really odd.
Okay. So that's something that can be done over there now. Is that everything, Rach? Have you got all the cards? Have you done all the bits
I
off
just
that?
need to return the card to the library.
End of scene. So I'm heading to that space as well, aren't I? Because I want to go to Yesten.
So something's happening.
Business is picking up. So my event card. First of all, am I exhausted? No. So going down the list, I think grassland is where we stood. So that is going to be 2, 4, 3. The air rings with frustrated chirps coming from a Kiwi squatted on the side of the highway. You ask her what is the matter. What is the matter? You daft. I'm in labour. I need to get to a nursery and lay this egg. After she calms down, she tells you her name is Ilma and that she professionally translates popular foreign books. I thought I had a couple of days to reach a town and find a nursery, but the baby is coming early. You wave down a passing wagon filled with fruits and beg the Western Osprey driving it for a lift to town. The driver scoffs. I'm headed in the opposite direction. Step aside. Time is money. You feel like you cannot just abandon Ilma here. Do you have a knowledge tag? No. I do not. I can explore for a nearby nursery. Medium survival. I'm good at survival. I don't have any things that help me with explore checks. Calm down Ilma for a medium mask check. Communication check. I'm rubbish at that. And I don't have anything that helps me with calm checks either. Or I can pay the Osprey for a lift. I do have 9 gold. So... Oh, I do have something that helps me with I've got a couple of things that help me with explore, actually. I'm lying. Explore, then. Let's explore for a nearby nursery. So that's a medium survival check. So I can have 2 yellow dice, and that's it. The rest just basic. But I have got my basic reroll a die, and get a success and reroll up to 1 die. So explore is a thing I generally want to do, I think. Let's find a nursery. Well, that just flew out. I want survival though, don't I? That is exactly what I want. So that's 4. We could use... I think it's only a medium check. We're probably not going to use these. Reroll 1 die. That didn't help. Reroll up to 1. That didn't help. So I've got a success from my hiking boots. So 5 altogether. Oh, just getting the best thing.
You've got one. Oh, no, you've got a book. So do you have to choose the book option?
Oh, actually...
Do you have to do that?
I think yeah, it's in order. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Oh, surprise. Surprise result. What do you know about birds giving birth? Maybe you can help Ilma deliver the baby right here. How hard can it be? Oh, this is we saw this in the first episode, didn't we? So like I have an option now. I can change this. I can change the test. So if you'd picked this and you weren't great at survival, but you were great at knowledge, recall. I don't have anything that helps me recall, and I am worse at that test. So I don't think I'm going to do that test instead. Let's keep exploring. Use the result from your previous check, 5+. You throw Ilma over your shoulder and promise to deliver her to safety in time for the delivery. Dreamy, she snorts. Exploring through the tall grasses around the road, you find tracks that lead off to an isolated area nearby. You quickly follow them to a tucked-away village of wooden huts. Locals answer your call for help and carry the Kiwi to their nursery. You decide to stay to make sure Ilma is okay. In time, a red kite exits the nursery and hands you a paper. Your friend successfully delivered an egg as big as she was, but must rest now. She wrote you this letter as thanks for bringing her here. You take it and leave the village following the tracks you found back to the road. So I earn a prestige, and the event... Have you got the event card, Rach?
It's gone to the bottom of the deck.
Oh, you've already done it. So she's written me a letter. Favour of populace. The common folk of Galzyr stand behind you, and they are what keeps the society's wheels turning. Bask in the spotlight, or let them do the heavy lifting for you. So that's just basically a tag that I've got.
We needed that earlier.
Yeah. Was it for this?
No,
Not really sure.
I think it was when you went to the Resistance HQ.
Oh, yeah. So end of scene, and we are now moving to Saturday for Rach's turn. No, I've never got links with like referral things, or I'd get anything. I've never got anything for those. I haven't really heard about them doing things like that. But if you do end up playing and enjoying Galzyr, getting it, I don't know. Tell them on social media or something. Tell them Tom sent you, and Rach in this case.
Okay, I've made it to Yesten. I'm going to pick up the quest.
Yep. Oh yeah, as soon as you're in a space, moving on it, through it, you can pick up quests that are there. So you don't have to stop, but I think you do have to stop because there's no more movement.
So, Sleeping Malice, I live here in the temples to keep an eye on the monks on behalf of the awakened. I can confirm that our sacred relic has been stolen and brought here. Preparations need to be made to reacquire it. Please inform my comrades in Chabar about the situation before returning with them. Farn, the Alpine Marmot agent. So I've got to go to Chabar and go and meet Farn's friends.
And we can both do that.
How many quests do you get? Oh, it's the only one I've got anyway.
Yeah, I think you can have 3. I'd have to double check that. Oh yeah, you need to draw a new... There should be a space in the card tray that's got the active quests in it.
At the front?
Yeah, there's like a divider near the front that's like purple. You pick up quests. Yeah. I think so. I think it's all shuffled. Quests. Yeah, quest cards. Yep, it was on the notice board. You can pick up and abandon them. Yep. Quest slot holds upcoming quests. Whenever it has 2 or fewer, immediately fill it back to 3 from the front of the quest slot, but avoid looking at the private sides of the cards. I think it's already been shuffled and sorted out, Rach.
Anyway. Oh. There's another one in Yesten. I'm looking for someone interested in the matters of soul and body, and that is Poswara, the snowshoe hare. I can only pick up one though, can't I?
Yeah, because I think you... Well... I suppose technically you're still in the movement bit. I don't know.
I'm not... It seems like...
I won't have a quest after this, though.
But it seems like, as well, while I'm looking at the notice board, someone isn't pinning up that one immediately as conveniently for me, are they? I don't know.
No.
Okay, I'm going to go to look at the...
Oh yeah, there's things to do in Yesten, of course.
I'm going to go to the temples, why not? Which is 0001.
Okay.
The atmosphere is serene as you climb the numerous stairs, arriving to the higher parts of town, home of the Temples of Yesten, ones that have been said to touch the sky. You're welcomed by a marmot dressed in a cloak, who bows slowly and introduces herself as Lynn. Oh, is it available? Let's have a look. 119. It is available.
Okay.
Do I take it?
It hasn't told you to do anything with that yet. It just asked you if the card was there.
Oh, I'll leave it there.
That's all you've been asked,
I've pulled it out. Lynn explains how it's tradition of Bobak marmots to journey to unknown lands and destinations in order to achieve spiritual growth, in addition to meditating daily at high altitudes. There's a meditation group beginning their session soon. I can't even speak. Lynn finishes with a worrying look on her face. One of our members, a young apprentice, Jung, left for a wayfaring journey some time ago, alone. He should have returned by now, but we've heard nothing. I fear that something has happened to him. Behind her, you spot a small stall nearby with a sign, Boutique of Fleeting Delight. So if I choose the meditate action, I get 2 successes if I have comforting. I don't have comforting.
So you can meditate for an easy knowledge, and you're good at knowledge, or you can help find Jung.
Well, I'm going to help find Jung. Or, you didn't tell me I could visit the gift shop. Lynn seems relieved and thanks you many times. She tells you that she can't be sure of which path Jung took, but that she has an idea. She then gestures you to follow her to the buildings. You follow Lynn through a few tunnel-like hallways into a tall room with one side full of small hatches with locks dangling from them. I already searched Jung's room for clues with no luck, she says, but everyone staying here gets one of these lockers for their belongings. That one's Jung's, she continues, pointing at the locker closest to you. So I can either unlock the private locker for an easy thievery, or search his room for clues, which is a medium observation check.
Are you good at unlock or search?
Now, adventurous serves both of those things.
Okay.
I would get more dice if I did observe. I suppose it's technically even Stevens because it's harder search, but I get 1 more good dice.
Yeah.
So, I think go in his locker.
Okay, so easy thievery. So you get the dark blue and standard. And you get +1 success anyway. So what did you want? You wanted, thievery, hands.
So reroll everything.
Yeah. You're not getting anything there. Oh dear.
Wow, I mean, I've got no good rolls.
So nothing
today.
again. But adventurous means you will get 1 success, but you'll discard
That's
adventurous. But I think for an easy one, 1 should get you something. That gets you the medium.
After a few attempts, you manage to break the lock and open Jung's locker. You find a brochure inside, and Lynn's expression darkens with worry. That Jung, can you help me find him? She asks. He's the kindest, most caring man that you'll ever find. I fear someone will take advantage of that. When you promise to try your best in finding him, Lynn gives you a warm hug. Please, it's not much, but I hope it helps. She hands you a couple of gold coins. So I get 3 gold.
And card 119.
So I suppose now you just wouldn't have the option to help Jung if you went to the temple.
Yeah.
You'd get
Something
to
else might happen if...
meditate or go to the gift shop. So here's the quest.
So you have that quest now, yeah?
So I'm worried about Jung, one of the temple's youngest apprentices, who has gone missing. Unfortunately, I can't leave my position at the temple to look for him. Please go in my stead. Our only hint is the brochure for Rhinestone Arena. That should be a reasonable place to look for him. That's from Lynn.
Okay.
So, that's back in the direction I've just come from, so I might not do that today.
Right, so for me, I think I'm going to go to Yesten as well, because I can grab a quest that's in there. I have got my main quests, is what I'm doing. So this was, I'm looking for someone interested in the matters of soul and body. It came and went. Alchemist's Assistant, Part 1. My research requires primer materia found in a rare type of rock. Based on my calculations, such a stone can be found right now. Begin your spiritual journey from the Cat and Weasel Tavern to find the stone and maximize its potency. My apprentice, Asinito, is waiting for you. So that's 1 space east of Chabar, which is where we're headed, isn't it? So that's not too bad. So I'll take that as a quest. Okay, and the thing I'm going to do is my main quest. So for my buried secrets, as a bit of a recap, you can watch part 1 if you haven't seen it. See what happened in the first 2 parts. The stone pendant and your great aunt Aura's tales brought to light a family history you never knew about. As a result, you feel more conflicted than ever before. For guidance, you should seek out the wise polecat atop a mountain. So I'm going to head into the mountain, which, since Rach is here, we can partner up on. So that is going to be chapter 92. The sleek cliff before you is an imposing example of Galzyr's landscape, of what you left behind. You now wonder if you should have never left at all. You've dedicated your life to adventure, but you still can't see and do everything. What if every secret found is another mist? Needing new perspective, you step forward towards the mountain and the wise polecat at the top. Stop! An old bowback marmot rushes rather slowly to block your way, adjusting his trousers over a round midsection before continuing. I saw that look of yours, upstart. This sacred peak belongs only to marmots like the famous Hyun. He points to himself, then brandishes a staff at you. Famous? You might have missed lots of interesting things about this place, but he's not one of them. So I can fight him, or convince him to stand down. I am absolutely no good at convince. Would get no extra dice.
At least you'll get some good dice. Not the ideal dice for fight, but at least you'll
But
get
Rach is
some.
very good at it. I would actually, if I did convince, I would get 4 special dice.
No, you get 1 special dice.
No, because you've got convince and the 2 things either side.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So I would actually get 4 improved dice to convince.
yes.
They're both medium. Looking at skills, I've got nothing for fight or convince.
And I've got reroll up to 3 convinced dices, but also in convinced checks you can reroll up to 1 and convert a book into a success.
Well, that's pretty good then. Let's convince him to stand down.
My flower is 2 successes.
A success for every day left in the window. Yeah. So Rach has got 1 communication, 1 observation, and 2 knowledge. So only rolling 1 basic die here because it's a thing we're allowed to partner up on. So convincing. We're looking for, what are we looking for? The masks. Only rolled 1 of them.
Oh, reroll them all.
Yeah, it seems like we could do better than that. We didn't even roll it on the die that does it well. There we go. That's a bit better. Well, that's 3.
And you can reroll up to 3.
So reroll up to 3. Let's do those then. No.
Is there any books?
Nope. So you may reroll up to 1 on the style guide as well, haven't you? What am I most likely to get books on? The green. There we go. So I can convert a book into a success, and the flowers are 2 successes.
Yeah.
So that's
it says
3.
each day left in the time box, but I assume you count.
Yeah, 2 I think, yeah. So that's 3. And then 3 on the dice. That's 6. Hopefully been quite convincing. Yeah, I only needed 3. You explain your purpose here, pleading to the marmot's sense of compassion by painting yourself as a lost pilgrim looking for wisdom and guidance of the mountains. That is why it is imperative you'll be allowed to pass. He slowly lowers his staff while listening to your words before finally smiling. I hope you find what you're looking for, young polecat. He starts to leave but turns back again to give 1 last shout. If I were you, I'd look at the other side. Considering Hyun's words, you look up towards the peak and the imposing cliff before you. Is there something on the other side, another passage perhaps? Should you take his advice or take on the challenge in front of you? So climb the cliff, a hard survival. I do have a few things that help me with climb, and I do have survival skills. Or observe the mountain for another passage. Easy observation. Rach has got, actually between us we've got decent skills that would help an observation check. I don't have anything that would help observe though. I don't think Rach has either. It is an easy check though, isn't it?
It's an easy check and he's giving you that hint, so I mean...
Yeah. So let's observe the mountain then. So I have 2 thievery. She can use adjacent skills. Rach has got the observe and she's got 1 communication. So just 1 basic die. And then for observe, we've only got the standard reroll though, haven't we? Let's go for it. So what am I looking for? Eyes, I've got none. So the standard reroll is all we get. 2. Oh, that's
Not
something.
too shabby.
Should hopefully get us the middle one at least. Oh, no. Going around the mountain, you immediately notice an anomaly among the stone. Hidden in the shade and uneven rock, but no match for your skill and expertise. An unnatural, likely marmot-made path snakes up the cliff. You rise up the steady steps in a hurry, but the ascent is still long. And when you finally reach the peak, your triumph is greeted by howling winds alone. There's no one here, only desolate stone. You stand there in your lonesome, no old marmots or other challengers in sight, but no wise polecats either. Despite your victory, you're still left with your thoughts about your life and your adventures. You pull out the stone pendant you've been carrying. The scenery in it is much like the one before you. As you turn it over in your paws and think, how can you live with no regrets if even with all your effort there's so much more to see and experience or miss? What is the answer? What should you do from here on? Try even harder or relax a bit? I think relax a bit. You got to relax a bit. You can't experience it all. You sit down and enjoy the moment, as before you opens a beautiful view of Galzyr, your land. It has never looked so alluring before. Since you can't experience everything in one lifetime, you should make the most of what you can. Sitting atop the mountain, you feel serene, any and all doubts scattering to the wind. Certainly one day they'll write books about you, perhaps not as the polecat who did the most, but certainly the one who did it the best. And that's you, Bamir, the champion of Galzyr. You earn 2 prestige, and Rach is earning 2 as well. And a load of cards are coming out. We're getting some statuses and stuff. So I am the champion. Through your feats, you have declared yourself the champion, standing above all others. The mere thought of trying to challenge your glory makes lesser folks tremble in their boots. So I am better at fight and intimidate things, and I have the tag Supreme. But I'm only going to get it basically for the rest of this game and then one more game. If you had it at the start of the game when you are saving, you discard it. And is this, we both get inner peace, serene upbeat. Hard to achieve, even harder to maintain, inner tranquility is the goal of many meditators. In these 3 skill checks, hasten 1. What was hasten? To hasten a timed effect, move its timer token closer to the... Oh, hasten this. So we've got inner peace for 4 days.
But if we do any of
any of those skill checks, make that day come forward.
You wouldn't be peaceful if you're fighting or if you're trying to survive.
But for recalling, convincing and observing, we get a bonus success. So that's not too bad. It does mean that my cards are going out of the available area I've got for them. So whenever you get these things, you can see we've got some already. There's a ton of tokens in here that are pairs of tokens, and you just need to find a pair out. One goes on your card.
Do you count this today?
Like in future. 1, 2, 3, 4. So unfortunately, it's going to leave us, I think, before the game ends.
Lucky.
So if you still got it, if it goes past the end of the game, you'll have it with its full cooldown next game as well. But not quite that lucky. So Saturday is over. We're on to Sunday. And Rach, what are you up to? You're in Yesten. Oh, we need a new quest.
Oh,
the first
so
quest.
we do. It's in Rangedom. Say it differently every time.
Okay.
No. I am going to keep going to Chabar. Are you going to Chabar as well? Yeah, because you need to go east of Chabar. But I can go to Rangedom and Chabar. But I think I'm going to go and meet Farn's friends first, because I had that quest first. So 1, 2, I'm on the trees. So I get these. So am I shocked? No. Am I at a settlement? No. Am I on grassland? No. Forest. I'm on forest. 239. While travelling through the woods, you see a lineup of winged folks by a lake nearby. The string of bodies leads to an enormous wooden building. It is built up off the ground, wrapping around a string of the oldest and largest trees in Galzyr. Only the most lavish and important guests in the line are allowed in. It might be a good test of your adventurous status to see if they will let you in. You cut to the front of the line and ask a woodpecker bouncer at the door to let you in. Name? Once you provide it, he looks over a piece of paper. Not on the list. Beat it. As you try to explain who you are, the bouncer gives you a hard shove to the ground. You looking for a fight? Leave now. I'm not elite either.
You don't have an elite tag. So you can sneak in, easy thievery, fight your way in, medium might, or move along. If you sneak, each flight and stand tag gives you 2 successes.
Right, so sneak or fight.
So I would sneak, because you've got...
I'm just checking my little things. I've got no sneaks either. I've got nothing that helps me with sneaks, like the cards.
No. Well, you can just move along if you don't want to do anything.
No way. Boring.
Because remember, it's going to hasten your inner peace.
Yeah, I'm going to lose it anyway, so...
Yeah.
I just have to have
I'll hasten it now.
4 black dices, that's all. Chances are slim, everyone.
Got nothing that helps you with sneak checks.
Nope.
Before a skill check, you may discard Power of Mind to replace the tested skill with one of your choice.
Do I get that back next game, or is that gone forever?
I think we do get a 0/0. They're different ones. So I got... Oh, is it... I think it relates to us.
Yeah,
so I get this Unyielding Spirit. Yeah, when you save, you get 0. So I think we get it each game, the same one. So I can discard it to get a really big, specific dice pool that's really good at might and survival and 4 basics.
I mean, is it worth it?
I don't know, it's up to you. Only you can answer that, Rach.
Probably not. I only need to get 1.
It's an easy check.
Oh, just risk it. Do you know what?
So what did you need?
1.
Thievery.
Yeah, I'm going to take 1.
You're going to stick with 1.
Because if I reroll, I'll get none.
Okay.
Once you pick yourself off the ground, you creep behind the club. Its elevation up in the trees makes it more challenging to get inside, but you get up there and in through an unlocked window. Inside, you party with all kinds of important and powerful figures, and earn some fame yourself by befriending such entities who you regale with tales of your adventures. Your fun is cut short when a familiar woodpecker bouncer puts you in a headlock and drags you outside. I warned you to take a hike, the bouncer recaps, but you just had to be difficult. It's like you have no respect. I'm going to have to teach you some. If not that, then at least maybe you'll think twice about acting this foolish again. He starts dragging you to the bordering lake. This may not end well. I'm going to buy his mercy. I've got 11 golds.
3 gold.
I bet if I'd got more thievery, he wouldn't have caught me. In a rush of broken sentences, you offer money to the bouncer to spare you of whatever it is he is planning. If this is a trick, it is going to be twice as worse for you. Pulling out a coin pouch, you drop it to the ground. The woodpecker releases you, takes the gold, and sends you off to catch your breath. Earn 1 prestige.
Not too bad.
Put that at the bottom of the deck.
Okay, so I think I'm heading for the same place. If I want to do this alchemist's assistant thing, then I need to go 1 space east of Chabar, which I can get to next turn, and we will have chance. So yeah, I'm going on there as well. Is that a woodland space? So is it Wednesday? No. And then forest is 64. Summer has definitely arrived in this part of the forest, high sun and golden light streaming through the treetops. You hear birds calling and the sound of laughing and singing, coming from 2 squirrels dressed in bright red and blue ornamental clothing, gathering strawberries and nuts into sacks and wooden containers. Upon greeting them, you find that they are nomads, making food caches in preparation for the winter. If you'd like to help, we would greatly appreciate it, says the male one, Ulvar, while his friend Ulbu gives a friendly wave. I can climb trees and collect nuts, easy survival, search for berries, medium, observation, or carry on. I think I'm pretty good at... I've got a couple of things that help with climbing. An easy survival check as well. That gives me 2 extra dice. I think I'm going for that. So an easy climb, because I can also use skills to potentially get me a lot more successes, but they might give me a failure as well.
Do you have to hasten your...
Oh yeah, survival check hastens it. What was the other one? Observation. That wouldn't hasten it, but I'm rubbish at observation. I would have 2 of these dice. Searching... I have got a couple of things to help me search. There, inner peace is going to go into it eventually. Let's just stick with the easy test. So I want survival. There's 3. I'm climbing, so I can re-roll up to 3 dice with my hiking boots. There we go. And my charm, I can roll a d12. On a 1 to 4, I get a failure, which takes away one of my successes. Anything else would get me more successes, but I don't think I need more than 5 for an easy check, so I don't think I'm going to risk it.
Marty's trying to play with me.
Time to get on his camera.
Well, I wish you would.
Shimmying up the branches, you ignore the lower hanging bunches and head straight to the top. Once at the top of the tree, you get a good grip on the branches and begin to rock the trunk back and forth. Olvar and Ulbu gasp and laugh as a huge bounty of nuts begins to drop to the ground, surrounding the two squirrels with food. Tree emptied, you climb down and help them gather and pack the food, which they stash in a hole in the trunk. Olvar seals it with a handmade wooden door, upon which the letters O and U are carved. Grateful for helping them prepare for the coming winter, the squirrels reward you with something from their wagon. You earn a prestige. And I get cards.
You get their skipping rope.
Oh, so I've got to decide if I want to keep this. So, skipping rope, training cord toy. In survival checks, reroll up to 2, and this helps with force checks. I do quite like it, but not as much as the things I've already got. I think I'm going to just discard that after I've
your prestige as well?
got out of the way. No, I haven't moved it. I've got 1 prestige there. And that is it for Sunday. We move to Monday, and your flowers. There's something triggers on your flowers, Rach.
Just discard. They've died. They've wilted. I shouldn't have had these, should I?
Why?
Because it was an item.
Oh, was it? Yeah, you should have to discard. Say you discarded something else that you have.
I don't think I've used that since I've had the flowers.
Yeah.
So.
You've got a free item slot now. Okay, where you headed? You've got 2 events left. This one and next turn, and that's it.
Oh, well, I'm going to Shabar, so I can do that this turn.
Are you doing this patrol?
Ooh. Ooh.
Well, actually...
Ooh. 2... Well, there's 2
if
rounds.
you do your... Oh, I was just going to run through. I could do this later. Because, like,
and you do that
I could do this camp. I can't help you with your quest.
Yeah, but you could do that.
But I could do that, and we could both work on it.
Yeah. I'll meet Farn's friends, 370.
Do you want the quest that's in Shabar?
Because how many can you have? 3?
I think you can have 3.
So, an inquisitive but inconspicuous person is needed. Contact the sawmill headquarters for more information. Is it 3?
Yeah.
So, I'm going to the Top Log Sawmill. This is from on the notice board. So, smouldering wood. Rovan, my employer, owns a large sawmill. A lynx named Helimo is in prison for attempting to burn it down. We believe Jeonka, a previous co-owner of the sawmill, to be behind the arson plan. Please find evidence to support our presumptions. Jeonka's firm would be the logical place to start. From Adrosia, the Snowy Owl's secretary. So that's back in Yesten. But that might be a good place to start next time.
Yeah.
Because I need Yesten and Reinstum.
So what's the number on your...
370.
What was your quest?
So I am trying to find... something's been stolen, hasn't it? A relic's been stolen and bought there. And we're informing their comrades about the situation.
Okay.
To help them get it back. Farn's instructions take you to a plain-faced wooden building on the far side of Chabar, away from the body of the town. With a specific knock, you are let inside. A small group of alpine marmots are inside. Have we got a specific picture of an alpine marmot? No, just normal marmots. Tending to snakes and writing books. Their drudgery ceases when you enter. You divulge Farn's news to them about their sacred relic being located in Yesten. Gossip buzzes about the room, which is silenced with a gesture from an alpine marmot in cream-coloured robes. I am Warren, leader of the Awakened. We must make preparations for the retrieval of our sacred talisman, though we can't work with anyone lacking faith or grit. You must show us your dedication before we can accept your help. I don't have a thievery tag, so I can offer a tribute.
So you can spend 6 or give them an item, or you can intimidate them into trusting you.
No, that seemed mean.
You've got a lot of gold.
Yeah, I don't want to intimidate them. I'm trying to help them.
So you're going to give them 6 gold?
Sure, I'll help them even more. Why not? Good karma, surely. Woyan takes the offering with a hint of distrust. How much can be said of one who shows their loyalty in the material? Well, I mean, I could have shown him my fists instead. After the words left her mouth, regret is plain on her face. Though our cause is large, our resources are small. I should not spurn your help. Let me repay you for my arrogance. From among a cluttered shelf in the room, she gives you an item. Something I thought we may have need of, but no longer do. Forgiving her, you accept the object. No worries. No worries, I'll forgive you.
So you're getting item 32 or 200 if it's not there.
Good job I've got an item slot. It is an ocarina,
Oh, nice.
which helps me on a recall or a convince check. I'm sure we had that last game. Maybe we had to discard it. Woyan directs you and 2 of her acolytes to follow her outside. Now for the next phase of our plan. She leads you to a house in a quiet suburb. The property is lined by trees with an elderly mole out front tidying up her yard. The marmot nods at the senior. That mole there, she's the former mining chief that maintained the tunnels in Yesten. Inside her home, she'll have the blueprints and layouts of the underground city. We need to get inside and get those plans. Do you have the loud tag? No.
Sneak inside for medium thievery or force a tree down as a distraction, easy might.
Well,
Have you got things that help sneak or force? No?
no. Right, I am gonna, because it's near the end of the game, use my power of mind
Yeah.
to make it a books check. Although, I get an extra reroll if I have a communication check. And I'd still get the dice, it's just I need faces then, don't I?
Yeah.
But I could say, what do I want to do? Do I want to get the maps as sneak in and get the maps? Although, are they both going to have the same outcome and I will just choose the easy version?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to sneak inside. No, I'm not. I'm going to force a tree down.
Yeah.
As a distraction. But use my power of mind to make it a communication check.
Okay. So you need the faces.
1. And then I can re-roll. I can convert a book into a success and re-roll 1 dice. It's a shame that's on the faces, really. Never mind. Right, 2 success.
You could have re-rolled them all
I know, what did I do?
before you did anything.
Did I sneak inside? No, I forced
You're
a
forcing
tree
a tree down.
I could have re-rolled before I did anything, I didn't. Oh!
You didn't use any gunpowder,
No.
did you? So how many did you get? 2.
Yeah. Giving the tree a good smack, half its roots tear free from the soil. With a crooked posture, it hangs over the front of the yard and the mole begins to boil. Are you trying to kill me? That nearly fell on me. Why are you hurting my property? As Woyan and her followers slip inside the house, you occupy the senior with the lie that you were showing her how unsafe trees could be, that they are dangerous and should never be trusted. You endure her shouts at you until, over her shoulder, you see the marmots escape with the documents. Interrupting the mole, you leave and meet up with Woyan. Good work on the distraction. Now we are off to Yesten. You are determined to see how this shakes out. So return that quest. So get a prestige. Return that to the library. Give 62.
That's determined.
And 154.
And that's the end of Rach's scene. So I'm coming into Jabbar and
What was it? 154.
I'm coming into Jabbar and I'm doing this Rhaenian patrol then.
So I've got the next bit of the quest. Do I want to just read that?
I think it just recaps what you've just done.
What our sacred relic is in the hands of those traitorous hypocrite monks. They live atop the Temples of Yesten, sleeping with their eyes wide open. Join us, the awakened, as we regain our relic with the map of the old tunnels you helped us obtain. We'll get inside with ease. From Woyan.
That's also in Yesten. So we need a 3rd quest out on the notice board, Rach.
Place 155.
That's if you abandon
Oh,
it.
well, for Bennett. What do I need? Sorry.
You need another quest at the notice board.
Everybody. Rainstorm. There's 2 there now. And I've got determined. There we go. What did it say to do with this? Just put it back.
Yep. In the camp, Rhaenian soldiers ask if you want to join a mission. Telling them yes, you follow them into a tent. Inside, a polecat general named Dera greets you. A civilian volunteer? Excellent. We're going to liberate Chabar from Gemsed's iron grasp with our army hiding in the forest. She unrolls a map of Chabar. We have a small unit east of town, misleading Gemsed into believing we're attacking from there. Your mission is to reinforce that assumption. Wondering what you've just gotten yourself into, you nod to the general and head to Chabar's east gate. Soon explosions can be heard from behind barns and storage buildings outside the town, accompanied by smoke pillars. Gemsedian soldiers are alerted. Do I have a careless tag?
No.
Nope, I do not. So I can sneak and set a hay storage on fire, medium thievery, which is what I'm good at, or distract Gemsedian soldiers with lies, which is what Rach is good at, and this is a partner one that we can use our skills on. In terms of, like, I could do one thing with sneak, I can do nothing with distract. Rach, you got nothing for either?
No.
I think distract them with lies. So that's going to be an easy communication. So this is all going to be Rach's skills.
And that just, like, I've got this that we can use.
Oh, yeah.
It's because
Yeah,
it
you
doesn't
got
have
your
a
style
tag that I never...
And I could just use this. Oh, that would be better for the thievery check. Yeah, I'm just going to go with this. We've got the standard reroll as well, and it's an easy check. So hopefully... Well, there's 3. I don't want to reroll them all then. So what's your thing, Rach? You can reroll
Reroll
one.
a dice and turn a book into a success.
Well, we might as well reroll this one then, haven't we? It's a book, so it's a success. 4 successes then. Flailing about, you howl to the soldiers how you spotted Rhiannian assassins attacking the home of Baroness Saduina, the ruler of Chabar. Your hysteria is so pure you almost believe it yourself. The Gemsedian troops swallow your bait whole and send all their available air troops to check the Baroness. Soon after, the earth is shaken by bombardment at the west side of Chabar. A group of soldiers rushes to inspect the graveness of the situation. What have we done? The east gate is engulfed in disorder, but you could always do more. Getting the civilians on the streets should hamper the defenders' movements. With a plan to sow even more chaos, opportunities prevent themselves as your eyes latch on an innocent bell tower. It's used to get folks' attention in all kinds of situations by pulling the rope attached to its large bronze bell. You could also inspire the civilians to join the cause of keeping their homes safe. A barricade should suffice. Do you have a passion tag? I don't. QH, no.
No.
Do not. So if we ring the bell tower, each partner and companion... I haven't got a companion. So I would get an extra success if I ring, or we can recall inspiring things. Recall, inner peace gets us a success on, and we've both got inner peace.
If I've got recall roll up to 4 and recall roll up to 3.
So I think recall inspiring things then, because...
Successes.
Yeah. And it would give me my 2 survival dice, because that's an adjacent skill. So a lot of good dice on this. We want books. Didn't get them. So
everything.
use the standard reroll. So there's 2.
I've got reroll up to 4.
Up to 4. So there's another 1.
Reroll up to 3.
There's another 2.
Okay, and then we both get...
We get 1 each from our inner
yeah.
piece. So that's 7 for an easy check. Surely the best thing. Oh, did I get a survival? Yes. Thinking of encouraging words gives you an idea. Why not lead by example and show how easy it is to create a makeshift barricade? I can build a barricade on the street with a medium survival check.
I mean...
Build, I'm not very... I've got the 2 survival dice that I'd be able to do, but Rach can't contribute anything to that.
Well, you'd get 2 green dice. Which...
Do you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to use my unyielding spirit, which I can discard to replace the dice pool with these dice. So this is a new check. I'm hoping that, because it's a different, more difficult thing, maybe it will lead to better stuff. So what was that dice pool, Rach?
Sorry. 2 orange, 2 yellow, 4 black.
No, for building, I've got nothing that helps us though. And this is hastening my inner peace. So I've just lost inner peace. So we are looking for survival. Oh, there we go. I don't think we need the reroll. So that's 6. Nothing would help me. Oh, I could discard this to get a 7th, but I'm not going to, I don't think. That's plenty. With tenacity, you pile up barrels, crates and wagons. A large pool of civilians and soldiers join your efforts. Everyone is pulling their weight and inspiring each other. Folk even mostly ignore the sudden explosions on the other side of town. You're in the zone. We both get card 59.
Which is vigorous.
You're so full of energy that you find it hard to stay still, searching for ways to exhaust your vigour somewhere. During your travel, you can discard this to get +1 movement. If you're exhausted, you lose it. But while you've got it, force, intimidate, and run, you can discard this to get an extra success. And we're not done. What unfolds in front of your eyes makes you think. Rienstum will soon take Chabar. Maybe it's for the best. I don't know. Like, in a Dawn of Peacemakers kind of way, can I warn them to stop it and all get along? Because I don't know. Is it bad in Chabar?
No, I don't know. We don't want this to happen, do we? Aren't we trying to stop all this happening? I don't really know.
I'm going to warn the troops. Who?
Wow.
Who really is the enemy here? Rienians are the ones doing the attacking. You warn a Gemsedian pigeon colonel about the upcoming attack from the west. Believing you, he rushes across the town commanding troops. With losses on both sides, Gemsed manages to hold on to the control of Chabar. Later the pigeon locates you again, handing you a gold pouch. We would have lost without you. Thanking him for the coins, you're still not sure if you did the right thing. The Rienian corpses on the ground say otherwise. Achievement unlocked, Rift Between. So there is an achievement sheet in the game as well that you can fill in. I was thinking we should have just filled this in last time.
What did we get last time?
I think
Ready
it was...
for an adventure.
Maybe anyone just gets that. I think it was something big. We could go and watch the video
Show
again.
the power of harmony, because
Yeah, it might have been. But yeah, we've unlocked Rift Between. Get caught up in an age-old strife. So maybe we would have gotten that no matter what. So we're both earning 2 prestige and 5 gold, and we get 54.
what happens when we get to 10 prestige?
You flip the thing and gain more.
Yeah.
And gain card 54.
We're shocked.
Uh-oh. In skill checks, you cannot use skill marks matching the check for the next 3... That's going to come with us. Oh, you discard it when you're saving as well. So that's staying with us till the end of the game. I've lost my inner peace. So, yeah, that goes back in, and this goes into the global save slot. There's a... Near the front.
Time.
Yeah, near the front there's a globe. That's something that will affect some place next game. We don't know what that is yet. Right, so that is it for Monday. We're on to Tuesday. Something's happening, Rach. You have lost your inner peace.
I'm not calm anymore.
And then... I've lost mine as well. So this is the last day. What are you up to, Rach? Are you coming with me to do the alchemist's assistant thing?
Sure, why not?
And that's the only thing we can get to this turn, isn't it? Because there's not time to get back to Yesten.
Sure.
I suppose you've got your vigorous. You could discard it for an extra movement to end up there.
I'll do it next game. Is it Sunday?
Because we get to keep vigorous, don't we? It is Tuesday.
So I go down to Forest 212.
Does Library have 173 available?
Yes. A hot wind blows through the trees as you head to your destination, but the sounds of industry are carried on it. Soon the woods part around you, revealing an area of felled trees. A half-finished outpost stands in the clearing, bearing the banner of the Violet Arm. A swarm of mercenaries and workers are hacking logs and using them to build the outpost. An Agamid mercenary whistles at you, waving you over to her. What are you looking at?
Nothing.
You just click on Agamids and see what it is, please.
They've got impressive neck flaps.
Okay. She introduces herself as Yella. You look like a trustworthy soul. She points to a crate at her feet. I was supposed to have my break hours ago, but everyone is so busy that no one can relieve me. Would you mind standing guard here for a sec while I get a moment out of this heat? I don't have mercenary. I don't have sentinel.
So you can guard and observe the area for an easy observation check, or guard and intimidate anyone suspicious. Easy communication. Or you can refuse. Sentinel tag gives you
I'm
a
going to guard
success.
and intimidate anyone suspicious.
Okay, so easy communication. Let's give you a light blue, 2 greens and a dark blue. Have you got anything that helps you guard or intimidate? No.
No,
You've got your determined.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, you have. You can discard vigorous to get a success if you want to.
And I also have got the style guide though.
Yeah. And it's an easy check. So you've got 2.
I can also use a book as a success.
Yeah, and you can re-roll.
And I'll re-roll this one. Sorry, you can't.
Yeah, do it on camera range. There you go, loads. I don't think you need to discard anything.
5. Yellow runs off as you agree to guard the crate. Everyone avoids going near you. At one point, an Epicion. I don't know. Epicion? Tries to get at the box, but you scare him so badly he screams, "Go easy on me! I did not steal anything yet!" Yet? His eyes widen in realization at what slips from his mouth. He starts to belch, but you order him to stop. You are so terrifying that it petrifies him on the spot. "Who is this bloke?" Yella asks when she returns. You explain that he was trying to steal from the crate. Other mercenaries are called over to take the Epicion into custody. Yella pats you at the top of your head. "Oh, you did us a solid." Mercenaries in the camp approach Yella and inquire about you. "An adventurer passing by," she says. With hunger in their eyes, they offer their services. So take 2 random.
So you can hire a mercenary, and it's a good time to do it because they will be with you next game.
Let's see who are my choices. I'm going to go for that one. I can't see them, I'm doing it face down, but there's only a few cards, so...
Bluey, a blue-tongued skink, scent, mercenary, and will help you fight and search and help you in thievery skill checks. And you can pay gold to, when their time's up, you can pay gold to keep them working for you. Or you can with Jardak, who seems familiar.
Oh, he's so cute.
Jardak, maybe we had in our prototype game. He seems familiar to me. It'll help you with night vision, mercenary, and flight, and help you in observation checks and to intimidate and observe.
Take Yardak because I've got scent.
Yeah.
Already, so I like her tags.
Have you? You've lost scent.
I'm going to take intimidate and observe because I'm more likely to take those checks.
Okay, so Bluey goes back then. Are you hiring one, I'm assuming?
Yes, how much
The
gold?
4 gold.
Yeah.
You accept the offer and choose one of your liking. Eagerly accepting the payment you offer them, the mercenary pledges their service to you for the next while. Earn a prestige. Choose one to keep. Return the one you didn't choose to the library. Take 173 from the library and put it on the space with the adventurer's figure. Return the drawn event to the bottom of the event deck.
So the mercenary outpost is there. So you could go there and do something. Is that always going to be there?
No, it's getting discarded when we save.
So you could go there.
Where's the event card?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
That could come out again in a while. I mean, I would like a mercenary, but I would also like...
Yeah,
I'd like to do the quest more, I think. So, the Alchemist Assistant quest. So I'm helping someone get a special type of rock for some alchemical research. That's going to be number 75.
Keep summing up the character.
And we can partner up on this. Entering the lively Cat and Weasel Tavern, you soon find a Sinito. The sturdy snowshoe hare hugs you with enthusiasm.
Oh.
My mistress must have hired you to assist me, her student. So, my friend, are you ready to open your eyes to the flows of the universe? To find and maximize the potency of prima materia? You must trust your instincts, he babbles while making grandiose hand gestures. An older stoat comes to your table. I overheard your talk. Maybe you could assist me. I'm a seeker of mystical artifacts, but alas, my magic is too weak to open this. He reveals a jewellery box from his ragged and dirty clothes. Led by fate itself, this must be your first challenge. Test of your soul and spirit, Asinito declares. If you act as a wizard, relic tags give you 2 successes. I have got a relic.
Oh, that's cool.
So I can act as a wizard for a medium communication check. Rach has got a lot of the things for communication, but I don't think any of us have got things for act.
But you do
Unlock. I don't have any. Adventurous does help me a little bit with unlock. And I've got thievery things. But I've got a relic, so it would just give me 2 built in, wouldn't it? So I kind of feel like act as a wizard is what I'm going to do. So Rach's communication skills help me out there. And yeah, none of my skills help me.
And
I'm
we
too
can
far away.
do
Oh yeah, we
this,
can
can't we? Where
convert it.
a book is a success and reroll 1 of the dice.
So I want communication, so I don't think I'll do the standard reroll. And so a book can be converted, and I can reroll 1 die. There we go. So that is 4, plus 2 because I had a relic. And I don't think I need to discard anything else for that. That's 6, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Already. Well, I needed 3. After your mystical act of tongue twisters and arcane movements, the stoat is struck with awe. I've lived for long and have never witnessed such a powerful aura. The secret path is strong within you. Your destiny awaits you at the magical Pozan crater. I'd be honoured to make an equivalent exchange to strengthen your body for what lies ahead of you. He offers you worn-out outdoor gear. I'm so thrilled to join such a powerful mage, as Sinito squeals. Let's head to the crater. You may swap one of your skill marks for a survival one. I've already got 2 survival, which is the most that you can have. Following the Stoat's wizard's instructions for hours, you arrive at the ample Pozan crater. Descending into the earthly bowl with Asinito, you survey a family of rock monitor tourists scouring the area for meteorites. Their children beg their parents to spend the night under the moonlight. The night is cold and there's no place for us to sleep, their father replies. Aha, this here is your test of spirit and body, exclaims Asinito with enthusiastic glint in his eyes. Do you have a magnetic tag? No. Have you?
No.
No. We're not magnetic.
I think we forgot to do this on my check.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't use your...
I can't remember.
I think we still would have gotten 3 successes. Yeah, I couldn't...
I mean, on mine as
well.
well.
Oh, yeah.
But I think it would have been okay.
Yeah, I can't use my skill marks matching my thing. I do not have a magnetic tag. So I can search for magic things, medium observation, or build a shelter for the tourists. I'm not particularly good at... I'm better at searching, I think, with adventurous and my minus cap. I think search, because I can use Rach's skills partnering up, and it would use my thievery as well. Yeah, that's the other side of it, isn't it? Because search, I can get a success and reroll up to 1 die, and I can get a success from my adventurousness. So what are we looking for? Eyes. I've got 2. Do I want to stick with that? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. So re-roll something. One of the special dice, I suppose. Oh, there's 3. And my minus cap gives me a 4th. And then adventurous can give me a 5th. If your total is 4 or less, discard. It's 5. So we did a good search there. With 5 successes. When you ask Asinito what exactly you are looking for, his answer is short and concise. Magical matter. You'll know when you find it. Such helpful advice. At the centre of the crater, for a moment you feel as if a higher power guides you, and you spot a bump on the ground. Unearthing it, you are presented with a large rock with an unnatural shape and sheen to it. You ask Asinito to take a look. Your rock garners Asinito's undivided attention. Prima materia. And thanks to you, it possesses such concentrated power. This is the building block of our very existence, stardust. Poswawa's research will elevate with this. He tucks the weird rock into a backpack of his and offers you a gift. Thank you. I'd love to gain your help with another matter of mine. You earn 2 prestige. That quest goes away. And I'm getting a couple of things. And Rach is getting 2 prestige as well. So I've got part 2. Mistress Pessoa wishes her potions would have better availability for the common folk. Positive testimonials from users are the best way to convince drugstores to stock her latest elixirs. The Violet Arm mercenaries should be perfect test candidates. Take these potions and record what happens. That's in Teshun, which is a ways away. And I have also gained a telescope, which gives me 2 successes when observing, and I can reroll when I explore. I've got some good things, but do you know what? I think I will... Well, I like all of my items, but I'm going to give up my hiking boots, because I've already got 3, so I've got to discard something. I'm going to throw away my hiking boots and have those things. We've had our prestige. End of scene. We move on to Wednesday, and the panda is our global event, Harmony, which is basically going to trigger the end of the game, because we've had our 7 days of exploring, which is what you get for 2 players. After all the excitement, challenges, and adventure, it is time to unwind for a moment and reflect on your travels. How many adventurers were in this game? 2. How many of us are isolated? I don't think either of us are isolated.
You 2 adventurers decide to punctuate your recent escapade properly and head to an inn to celebrate and trade tales of your personal epics. A nearby inn should suffice for this night of revelry. You find one whose lights are on and is rumbling with the sounds of laughter and music. Throwing open the door, you enter inside. The festivities lull for a second, as everyone impulsively casts their gaze at the door. If you agree, you can collectively pay and choose to throw a party. You can also trade gold and items during this scene.
Okay, shall we throw a party?
Mm-hmm.
I've got 14 gold. How much have you got?
3.
Right, then I'll pay for it.
Thanks. I've spent a lot of gold this game.
That's because you were getting in trouble with bouncers and nuns.
I did buy a mercenary as well.
How much prestige did we get in total? Loads. 25?
Yeah, I've got 14 and you've got 11. Dropping a mountain of coins, you ignite possibly the greatest party in all of Galzyr. Word spreads about a host of legendary figures buying everyone drinks, and a colossal amount of folks join your party. You, along with the folks you have influenced over your travels, have a truly amazing party with no end in sight. As the party goes on, you share stories to entertain the patrons of the inn. There is a Chiriqui harlequin frog among the listeners, who is possessed by the fancy of becoming an adventurer herself. She dumps all of her possessions she has onto you. It's all books and accessories which she tells you to take. You pick over the offered items as the frog runs off, cackling about how she's going to become famous.
So we get 2 random items from the library. Each non-isolated adventurer may take one of them for free, and the rest go back. So we're both full up, so we'd have to discard something for either of these.
Oh, here's the travel guide.
So there's the travel guide back. Rach had that before.
I did just shuffle.
The Way of Spies, Perception and Literature tags. In observation skill checks, you can... So it's the style guide, basically, isn't it? But for observation, rather than things. I don't think I want to replace my things with those. I think I've got better items. I am a little bit using the gold value of my items to say that.
Okay, I want the travel guide back, so I think I'm going to get rid of the flute, because the flute is very similar to the ocarina.
Okay, so that needs to go back as well.
Word spreads fast that multiple celebrities are hosting a party, and folks from kilometres around run to join. The inn can't hold the number of participants, and the festivities spill out into the surrounding area. Folks beg to get autographs from each of you, and the lineup for them lasts well into tomorrow. It would seem all of you are now staples of Galzyr's culture, beloved as any fairy tale and influential as any politician. You are legendary. I'm pretty sure we got legendary.
Yeah, that's the
last game.
achievement we got, I think. And so there we go.
Maybe it's for getting so much prestige. Sorry.
Yeah, it's the top thing. We spent the money for the party and we got loads of prestige. So there we go. It gives you instructions of what you need to do now to put the game away. And you can say, like, I want to just play another one right now. But for now, we haven't got time for that, unfortunately. We've had plenty of adventures, though. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here, though. Hope you would like to see some more Lands of Galzyr. I'd like to do another one when we get a chance, hopefully sooner than a few months away as well. You can support us at patreon.com/slickerdrips or Ko-fi. They're linked in the description. Any support would be massively appreciated. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you for the next game. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.